Hey everybody, Gnome here. Looks like it's time for a new Guardian. Coming to you from server X160, the best in the West, and representing Arkham Asylum, the best guild out there, getting #1 in guild conquest every season. They do a really good job there. I wish I played more, but that takes a lot of time. But let's get into this new Guardian. Seems like a lot of fun. A lot of players have been beefing her up and using her. She looks fantastic. She has the full. Oh, there we go. I could spin her. She's kind of got the fronds similar to Eldrasil. Maybe she's his mate, his partner. She's kind of coming out of this giant flower. Just really cool. Wow, what she's, I don't, can I say wearing? The really nice as well. Let's see if we can, no zooming. But she is really powerful. Um, Part of the Primal Fury aspect. And not that that matters with Guardians, and she's part of the entertainment district. So if you need to make some gold off of her, um, I forgot what's needed in her creation. I think it is mage. There it is. Marksman, mage, and marksman, mage, and who's the last one? Oh, and assassin. It looks, I think, assassin. No, marksman, mage, and oh, that's it. Sorry, it's not a adjudicator. What am I thinking? So, fantastic appearance. They did a really good job on the graphics. Let's jump into our skills real quick. I'm not super familiar with them yet. I haven't been able to identify them in battle. So her passive is Ring of Nature. Creates a Ring of Nature around, granting allies within immunity to silence. That's awesome. And 33.5% healing bonus at level 20. That's really good. I don't know how big the ring is, but that's allies immune to silence, so no hex proofs. So there's a lot of skills that silence, so that's solid. Every 3 seconds, spawns a floral trap near a random enemy. Enemies stepping on the trap take 210% strength as damage and are stunned for 1 second. So not a ton of damage, but the fact that it goes off every 3 seconds is pretty awesome. And then I wonder if there's multiple enemies on it. Do they all get stunned and take the damage? We'll find out. Each trigger trap heals the caster and the ally with the lowest con percentage for 7.7% max constitution. I'm assuming of the max constitution of the ally or her, which is significant because that can happen every 3 seconds. So she's getting healed every 3 seconds. And with that being said, you could always put energetic on her as a trait if you want to up this so she gets healed even more every 3 seconds. And look, she has improved healing bonus. And another possible trait is healing resonance, one of the newer ones that increases healing for your team every time you deal damage. So that could be really strong on her as well. Just non-stop healing kind of thing. And helps your team a lot. After triggering 3 traps, enemies become charmed for 5 seconds. So 3 traps on one enemy. I don't know if the traps are AoE or not, but they become charmed for 5 seconds. So it puts them out of the battle. I don't know if they fight for you, just auto attacks like normal or not. Probably so. We'll see if we can figure it out. Whenever taking damage equal to 16% of her max constitution, summons 2 bloom guards near a random enemy. Which, that's significant. That's taking damage equal to 16% of her max constitution. She can trigger that over and over, especially if she's healing a whole bunch. So consider putting her on a team with either Void Guardian, Revenant, Fate, any of the healers, and she's going to be able to benefit from that from her passive. Really strong passive. There's a lot going on there. So here's our active Bloom Guard. Scatter seeds forward, summoning 3 Bloom Guards near random enemies for 8 seconds. The Bloom Guards fire thorns at the furthest target within range, piercing through enemies along the path to deal 223% strength as damage and inflict a 5-second bleed. The bleed, when they say it, deals 2.62% of max constitution as damage per second, up to 20 times strength. So that's for 5 seconds. So that's, what is that, 13% of max con over 5 seconds? That's pretty good. And the stacks expire independently. So it says the stacks expire independently. So can you stack this? So if you're stacking this, they each last for 5 seconds, and they deal 2.62% max con per second per stack. So that could get pretty gross. Attacks of Bloom Guards, I don't know if that's how it actually operates, but it says, and the stacks expire independently. So that's what I'm thinking. Attacks of Bloom Guards have a 60% chance to heal them, which I mean her, for 206% strength. Excess healing converts to a permanent shield. So what this is telling me is her active is really strong, and it heals her. It's a good way to get your heals going, and she has improved healing. She heals also from any enemies that step on a trap as well. And when she takes damage equal to 16% of her max con, she summons 2 Bloom Guards. And those Bloom Guards, again, have a 60% chance to heal her. That's really good. So you do need Brutal on her. You need to focus on some strength. She lasts for a while in battle, so you could go with a Fury, a Dark Fury, or Fury Flame, sorry. It's the Lascivious Death clan trait. That could be a really good option. We mentioned the healing trait, but let's go to the ultimate here. Thornbind. Channels vines into the ground, so channel is the main keyword here. Targeting a locked enemy, I don't know what that means. Vines erupt from the ground at the target spot, rooting all enemies in the area for 4 seconds. Then it deals 581% strength as damage per second to all affected enemies and steals 8% of their max con from each enemy in the area. Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. Rooting all enemies for 4 seconds, so it deals over 2,000% strength over 4 seconds. Okay. And it steals their con, so she gets the con. Her life should spike up real quick. I think this is broken with regard to bosses and all kinds of stuff, so they're going to have to fix it. Stolen Constitution is gradually returned 4 seconds after the skill ends. The skill lasts for 4 seconds. So during channeling, enhances all Bloom Guards, increasing their attack speed by almost 50% for 6 seconds. I think they decreased that. I believe that was bigger. Their attacks also reduce enemies' healing received by 75% approximately for 2 seconds. This effect does not stack. But reducing enemies' healing by 75% is really big. This lasts for 4 seconds, and then the con is returned. And then all the Bloom Guards get their attack speed increased for 6 seconds. So there's a lot of staggering of time here. And then her Guardian is Thornlash. Unleashes a series of whip strikes in a forward cone, dealing 1,530% strength as damage to each enemy hit and significantly knocking back nearby enemies. Affected enemies suffer reduced crit rate and damage by 51% for 8 seconds. So that's really good. Reduces their crit rate and the damage they deal for 8 seconds. That's really strong. And it does a knockback, ton of strength damage too. So if you're focusing on strength. During the Guardian skill 1, enhances the Ring of Nature, silencing all enemies within range. So not only does it prevent your allies around her from being silenced, it also silences nearby enemies. Heals allies in the ring of 140% of strength per second with excess healing converted into shields. That's really powerful. In 8 seconds, So that's over 1,000 percent strength. Thank you. Yeah. And excess healing converted into shields. So if you have a heavy healing team, they're going to now be really loading up on the shields as well. 3, creates a duplicate ring on the ally with the lowest con. So they're getting health per second. They're getting silence around them and preventing them from being silenced. That is a really strong guardian ability. Lastly, until the skill ends. Each Constitution Resolve collection. Each Constitution recovery grants 140 Resolve, half if the healing source is an ally. So what that tells me is that's also similar to some of the other healers. So you could put Cutthroat on this champion if you wanted to. She would just gain Resolve quicker. I think she'll probably gain Resolve plenty fast because it seems like there's a lot of healing over time going on. There's a lot of healing with the passive. There's healing with her Bloom Guards. So I don't really think you need Cutthroat or Bestial, but you can do it if you feel like you need fast Resolve collection. Cannot gain Resolve for 10 seconds after casting the skill. Okay, let's go try her out a little bit. We got a couple spots here. First, we'll go ahead and start off with a simple arena. We got Oreo here. Thanks for being a guinea pig, Oreo. This is the team that I have this new Guardian in. Flora, I believe her name is. So here we go. Let's get the attack on. Put your dukes up, Oreo. So we don't want this to be fast. We want to focus on a couple things. When does she put down her first seed? So, oh wow, that's going so fast. She's feared right now. And that was that. I didn't get to see a single thing. So the arena just reset, so that's not going to be an option. Let's look at the Lexus tournament where she's in one of the teams. Let's look at this Killer Croc here. Oh, that's not really fair. Malphus, I think. Okay. This is a win. The power levels are very different, but let's try to see what happens with Flores here. So she put it down a seed. Okay, you could see the seed. It's the pink flower in the middle there. And then her Doom Guards or okay, you could see all 3 of them appeared behind the Harbinger. So you can see those are the flowers. Whenever she takes a lot of damage, those flowers will also spawn. So we got to remember this one too. Let's check this unburdened fight. He totally whooped me. Let's check this final one. Alright, so we also got an enemy one, so we got a couple flowers that are down on the ground here. She's got a huge shield on, and nobody on the team really gives shield except her, and she's the last one standing. Look at all the seeds on the ground there. Any champion that steps over those is going to trigger them and get stunned, so that could go potentially really nicely with Male Ascavarge. So that could be a nice team up. In fact, we'll go into Valley where there's some really tough cookies here. And we will put it to the test. So I'm here attacking this gate. I don't have her on that team. So let's put her on a different team. And, oh, someone might be attacking our gate right now. I'll put her on my team too. Let's kind of build it really quick. Let's get her in there. Ascavarge. We'll do Fate. And then we'll do... Oh, my teams are not how I would want them. We'll put Eldrasil in the background. We'll kind of go like this. Yeah, I thought I had Revenant available, but I guess not. So we'll just see how this goes. We got protection from Bunny in the back row. We got Fate to do some swaparoos with. Let's give it a shot. Maybe there's a champion that's close by that we can check our power levels against. Hey, there we go. 53 RDTWL. Okay, so I'm guessing I'm not going to win this fight. That's their team 1. But they are pretty equal. Oh, perfect. We can ramp up and see how this Ascavarge combo goes. Okay, we both have Ascavarge. He's in the back row. My Eldrasil's already ulting. Okay, you see a couple of the seeds on the ground. There's an Eldrasil standing on one. And it seems that, oh, my Eldrasil's already been taken out. You can see the swipe from the Guardian ability knocking him back. There was a Flammabane ultimate there. I think it really hurt the enemy Eldrasil. Now we got Flammabane. And so I wonder if the seeds that are still on the ground, if enemies walk over them, if they take the damage. Go Flamma! My Flamma's not 20-star, but he's trying everything he can to live up to all the resources that I put into him. You might have known. Oh, look at that huge shield. Is that a barrier? Oh, no, it was the ult. Oh, no! Okay, mine's going into his ultimate. Maybe this can finish the enemy right here. Oh, I was pulled up. Oh, there it goes. Nope, nothing. And my team goes down. She's really powerful. I think I need to practice some more team synergies with her. As we discussed earlier, you want a lot of healing with her. So consider that whenever you're building your teams. And my teams aren't really traded up now either, so keep that into consideration. Let's go look at the Guardian Arena real quick. We'll do a couple fights in here. Not taking Dorkino. He's been keeping me in check this whole time. Let's see. Autumn's really tough. We'll give her a highlight here. We'll give her a little love tap. So here we go. We got the flower in here. In fact, I'm going to put the flower in the back row to get immunity to control from the bunny. And I'm going to put... I want my count in P1 to maybe fear his count before his count gets up to the line. Or her count. Sorry, Autumn's. But she's got the same concept as me. We basically have the same teams. I'm just going to have to try to overpower her here. But we'll see. Maybe I like the count in the back row, but sometimes you just got to put the new champion. Okay, Queen of Frost runs to the back already on both sides. You could see mine is immune because the Queen of Frost didn't use her active on my flower. So, you could see a bunch of the plants all over the ground. And they're all just doing these little attacks constantly. These little pecking at them. So, she's already down. Wow, what's going on? I have her pretty beefed up. She's in the sanctuary and all kinds of stuff. So, Autumn is owning. Did she get me with a... Or I wonder if the flower could also be bugged. She's bugged in PvE. I wonder if there's similar things. Okay, now you're going to see my Revenant just completely take over, though. This is where a strong Revenant just owns the game right now. And a lot of people have been splitting up the Revenant and the new champ. So maybe we'll do that. We'll play our second team and see how that goes. Or just we'll make a custom team and play with that. So here's Boyka, big punch down, but we'll do our team too so that we can at least make it a little fairer fight. So notice this isn't really my team too, but check out all the healing that my team has. With Revenant, Void Guardian, and then again, how I had mentioned that the male Ascavarge goes well with the new flower, and it's because he gets everybody grouped up. She can use her abilities on more people. They're hitting more seeds with them too. So we'll try this team and just see how it does. I can't really lose any fights because I'm trying to get rewards, but so male Ascavarge goes in. We see a couple of the Doom Guards down. So she's right up there. She gets in the enemy's face. But with that, if you don't have her protected by the bunny, she's really susceptible to a lot of crowd control. So here we go. Oh, did one of my... Oh no, my team's going down. Boyka's going to rock me here. Good job, Boyka. But yeah, this was just kind of hodgepodge team. I don't know where all my gear is or what's going on. Would normally have a count in this situation, but with this, the Revenant should just tear down my team. Oh, really good, but I can't lose any more in this Guardian Arena, so we won't take any more risks. We'll just load her up in the Team 1 so that doesn't happen again. Alright, here we go. Let's give that another shot, but with a little bit stronger people here. So, and then we'll try this. This looks like a fun team. I'm really digging the male Ascavarge. So, we don't have as much healing from this team, but we can really highlight the new Guardian here. So, let's see if that's what I want to do, and I think it is. So, let's give it a shot. Male Ascavarge has like the same traits as Queen of Frost or something like that. But we get into the back row. Floris is kind of just staying back. They're protecting the Revenant. Oh, you see the Guardian ability there. Just kind of sweeping people back. That was pretty cool. She didn't save my count. My count, for some reason, got killed by the enemy count. And my flower did. I don't think the healing's doing too well on my team, honestly. Like, I thought that a lot of these people would top themselves off from their just lifesteal or ability to regen health in some form. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but whatever. It is what it is. So we'll do this. We'll put the count in the back to get the bunny. We'll put her in the front row so she gets a little help from Wraithen. And we'll put her in front of the count just like this. So let's give this a try. Balluna, here I come. Goes in. Okay, she just put down her I think she put down the seed first. I think it says she spawns a seed every 3 seconds. And I think she puts down a seed and then maybe uses her her active. And remember, she has Barrier as one of her clan traits. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. She has Barrier, and she also has Perseverance. And so, or Perseverance, sorry. They are both very defensive clan traits. Good for longevity. Consider that when you're kind of... Okay, here's Esmos. Let's try him. Like, he's really tough. Does a great job. Has a very meta team. The Fate is kind of a rough one for me now. I should have a Fate instead of an Ascavarge, but I'm kind of liking the Ascavarge a little bit, and I wanna give him a little attention. So let's try something like this. There's no Queen of Frost, so maybe we'll kind of do something. I don't have to worry about Queen of Frost coming back there, so we'll do something a little more like that. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Esmos is a really good player, so. Alright, we go in. Did we put down a seed? Okay, look, the enemy put down 3 of the fronds in the back. So they're doing a lot of damage as is. Alright, my Revenant's trying to ramp up. He's having a really hard time. The enemy's Revenant is like super high toughness already. My Ascavarge and my Count and my Queen of Frost are... Wow, what the... How did that toughness ramp up so fast? That's unbelievable. Yeah, that was crazy. So you can see my flower's still alive, but she's about to go down right now just because the enemy Harbinger is so strong. Wow. That was insane. How did that champion... Okay, I can't believe I'm winning this match right here. That was insane. Or I think I will. She's got a huge shield. Whatever traits or whatever Esmos is doing is really good. A lot of people are doing that now. It ramps up the Harbinger really quickly. And man, she is so tough. Look at this. All right, you can see all the seeds underneath me. You look at all these fronds, though. That's a big one. Because as she takes damage, she produces more fronds. I'm going to go ahead and times 2 it here so we can get through this a little quicker. He's about to take her out. She's trying. What a beast. Harbinger. So I haven't really been able to get her to work that well. That was fantastic. Oh, sorry, I forgot to look at the statistics. I think I can come back over here and look at this. Yeah, look at her damage. I know she lasted longer, but like, wow. She's got Wraithen. Must have some really good traits on her because she did great. And how quickly the Harbinger ramped up was nuts. I need to do some trait playing with mine because that's a little crazy there. Alright, let's see if there's anywhere else that we can kind of test her out at. Maybe we can do a valley real quick. I'll check again. Yeah, I think I just have basic traits on her. Brutal, energetic, and honorable. I just did it really quick. Alright, let's not put... Flama is just not performing very well for me. So we're going to go a little crazy and put Malakuna in here. Just because he's so fun. And let's have him healing Eldrasil, I think. Alright, let's give that a run. Let's see if there's anybody we might be able to beat. Here, this person that beat me that I was crazy punching down on. I don't know what's going on here. So, I guess people are trading very well, like the Harbinger right now. Or I guess in this case, it's Flora. So, we got... The Malakuna got his active down. It went ahead and froze a couple people. Okay, the enemy Eldrasil. See, look at this. This was like a slaughter. Why wasn't it doing it before? It's like it wasn't registering sprites or something. Because look at this. It's just a massacre. You got the ultimate going from the Malakuna. You got seeds everywhere. Just little traps that stun and do strength damage. Yeah, I think that's significantly different there. She's kind of hurt, but maybe we can get Fate to swap her right off the bat to swap her health. That might be really cool. As we're like running in, let's see if she swaps her. Oh, come on there. Oh, she healed her, didn't swap her. But this should be a pretty balanced fight. They got a Queen of Frost that's really harassing my Eldrasil. But my Malakuna did get his ultimate off. Oh, this is hurting. Oh, oh, good. My Fate just dropped her Guardian ability. That helped give me a little bit of time. But then the enemy count just cleaned up and executed me all over the place. Eldrasil's still trying to pound out damage. And look. The flower, she lasted. There she goes. She just has a large amount of healing potential. So not only increasing her healing, but increasing her strength so that you can capitalize even more from that. So I think that might have been a good one to end on. Let's talk about some synergies here. I don't think you need to focus so much on crit with her. Mostly just strength. Survivability. You could put team buffs on her. You can put the healing resonance. You can put... She's got barriers, so you could always go with steadfast, even though I think that's a bit of overkill for it. She seems to last really long into the battle anyways. Um, for her astrolabes, you can choose the mage or marksman. I have mine on my mage. Synergies, again, anyone that can heal and protect. I feel like male Esterir would do really well. I really like her with male Ascavarge, but I'm going to have to change some traits around with my team or some team compositions. But anyone that heals could, like, highly complement her. She amplifies your allies' healing as well. So maybe you could, with shields and proper healing, you could just keep your team topped off, try to minimize any enemy burst, reduce their crit rate. So that could be a big potential. Revenant would go well. Fate. By getting rid of shields with Dawn Feather, that could help out. Allow all of her little things to shoot through and start doing real damage. Male Spider, female Requiem, or male Iron Guard. Those are all healers. If you need male Umbra to do some shields, male Arbiter is a good one to add a little bit of extra healing. You got some options there. One of the newest ones, and he might kind of look pleasingly cool alongside of her, as they're both like forest themed. But the male Floralia, he's got healing ability. He's got the trait we were talking about, the healing resonance. So then you wouldn't have to put it on anyone else. You could have it on him. If y'all remember from my video I released on them, he reduces damage, he heals. Healing effects are increased by 36%. Dodge bonus, which is really nice. His ult, the vine cluster that pulls everybody in, reduces healing from him. Yeah, so he could be potential nice. And here it is. Of the Lost Constitution used to heal nearby allied champions for 5 seconds. So he's got some healing as well. So that could be a fun little combo to do if you enjoy some marksmen on your group or in your group. Of course, male Water and Sun. She also stuns from her seeds, so that would trigger his passive. The stuns are also going to proc the Resolve collection on Revenant, on the original Voidborn, the tentacle guy that sparked his. What else does crowd control spark it on? Eldrassil's passive. So I think her and Eldrassil also look really good together, but they could potentially be a really good side-by-side kind of team there. With him just, ton of damage. Every time someone's stunned, he's doing even more damage. He's kind of also doing his knockback with his ultimate, I believe it is. And maybe, no, it's his ultimate. So I think he would go really well with her. Void Guardian goes well with everybody. He could protect her, or she could be up on the front lines with him. Those are some options. Who else do we got? Anybody else might be kind of fun with her? I think I'm gonna give her a bunch of strength, maybe hulking to hold a team buff. She seems to last a long time, so having hulking on her means that it's going to last a while. And remember, she has this perseverance, so that reduces skill damage taken by 10%, and then the barrier every time. The problem is she's not using her active a ton because her ultimate requires her to channel for 4 seconds, and so that just means less time to use her active and to proc her barrier. That's kind of a bummer. She's almost got 100 million strength, though, because she's in the sanctuary and everything. I wonder. Oh, okay. She doesn't have very great equipment. Maybe that's part of why she's not surviving too much. I think I replaced it. Either way, hopefully this video helped. Hopefully gave you an idea if you want to go for her or not. I think she's really cool. She's another good support that does damage as well. Oh yeah, and as I'm kind of summarizing, let me show you her in the Luxus. She's broken right now. So when she steals the enemy max con, it hurts her. Look, she's got no health, or she has her normal amount, but her max is just so high. But you'll see she never regains that little bit of health bar there. And you can see the enemy's health bar fluctuating like crazy. Yeah, very broken. I don't know what's going on with that, but hey, I'm guessing they'll figure it out. She's gaining a little bit of health there. There we go. And with that, we had mentioned cutthroat as another potential trait. But yeah, I wanted to release this video before the event was over. I apologize for taking a little bit here. I also want to get out the Harbinger revisit video, but as you can see in my fight with Boyka, who rocked me. Oh wait, I didn't have Harbinger in that one, but Esmos, the Harbinger is people are being able to ramp him up his toughness really quick, and I don't know what trait or what's doing that right now. I think it's mostly just having plenty of plus hit on him so he can land all of his hits from his guardian ability. I think that's it. But I'll do a little experimentation and I'll bring it to you in the Harbinger revisit video. Well, but hopefully you have enjoyed this. Hopefully the flower. Okay, you could see her ultimate real quick. Let's talk about it super quick. See how she's channeling? She kind of puts her, she connects to the ground, and then there it is again. You can kind of see that. You can see the little flowers that are shooting off stuff. And then we saw her guardian ability where she swiped back and forth and kind of has there. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. We got to see everything in here for the most part. We don't get to see the stuns. There's the ultimate again. We don't get to see the stuns, sadly, from the seeds. But hey, good. And can y'all tell the aura very much? The aura that does the healing whenever she uses her guardian ability. I couldn't see it very well, but anyhow, here's her stats. She did not that great damage, and she was her whole mechanics all messed up, but that gives you an idea so you can see that her in PvE right now. But yeah, hopefully this helped you out. Sorry I ran a little longer. It's kind of a cool guardian. There's a lot of stuff to get to. Please toss a like on it. It helps me with get some more viewers, maybe help some other players that are able to unlock guardians right now and decide where they want to take her in the scheme of things. Yeah, it was fun. All of her abilities are great, so maybe leveling them all equally if you're limited on skill books. But yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you in the Harbinger follow-up. Thanks for sticking around. Peace.